This is Eyewitness News with live breaking news.
We begin with breaking news rocking Hollywood tonight. Actress Hayden Panettiere, known for her roles on hit shows like Heroes and Nashville, has died at the age of 36. Fans around the world are now mourning the sudden loss of another young star. Thanks for joining us tonight. For the news at 11, I'm Liz Nagy.
And I'm Jory Rand. We took the news down to Hollywood Boulevard to get reaction of fans tonight. Many who we caught up with were shocked and saddened by the news.
She's so young, and she's such an amazing talent. She's one of those talents that you want to see grow old. You want to see them grow into their craft. I'm a little bit shocked. I think it's settling in now, and I'm a little bit lost for words. I cannot believe that. Makes no sense to me.
Honestly, I was really sad. I used to do cheerleading, so she kind of inspired me to do that and get into that. So finding this out, especially because she was so young, is very upsetting. She was an inspiration, especially for my generation, to many girls and young girls, for what she's done, and especially being an actor and, again, a cheerleader. It's just dying at such a young age is really upsetting.
Hayden Panettiere a representative for Panettiere says she died in South Carolina, and they are now investigating exactly what may have caused her death. Her family has not released more information late tonight.
Yeah, we are awaiting word on exactly what happened. In the meantime, Hollywood continues to mourn. We're going to have more coming up from our Abigail Velez shortly, and we will continue to follow this story here on Eyewitness News. We'll bring you the latest developments as they happen, on air, online, at abc7.com and on our ABC7 mobile app.
Another big story we're following tonight, opening statements set to get underway in Las Vegas tomorrow in the trial of the only man ever charged in the murder of Tupac Shakur. Prosecutors say Dwayne Davis orchestrated the 1996 shooting of the rapper and provided the weapon as retaliation. Prosecutors intend to use Davis's own words against him to prove their case. In his book, Davis claims he was in the car with the shooter who killed Tupac and that he ordered the killing. Davis now claims it was all a lie just to sell books and that he didn't even write that himself. A criminal lawyer we spoke with says it leaves shaky case for the prosecution.
Maybe he didn't even write it. Maybe he had a ghostwriter write it and he didn't even read it through. There's so many layers to a defense on this incrimination type of statement that's going to be put forth. On top of that, there was a proffer agreement made, meaning back when this individual was interviewed by law enforcement, he was promised that whatever he says would be immunized. It would not be used against him. Now, the prosecution's arguing, well, that was a federal promise, not a state promise.
Now, this trial is expected to last about a month. Among those expected to testify is Death Row Records co-founder Suge Knight, who was in the car with Tupac and was also wounded. Tupac died 6 days later. He was only 25 years old. Stay with Eyewitness News for the latest on the trial. Investigative reporter Kevin Ozebek will be in Las Vegas tomorrow for opening statements. Watch his live reports from the courthouse starting at 11 a.m. We'll also stream the opening statements on abc7.com and the ABC7 Los Angeles app.
Also happening tomorrow, a judge expected to take up the issue of Nick Reiner's family estate. Reiner, who has been charged in the murder of his parents, Rob and Michelle Reiner, is trying to get his hands on more than $1 million from a family trust. New court filings show Reiner claims he was entitled to half the trust, around $750,000, when he turned 30. He is now 32. He's set to get the rest at age 35. The current trustee argues Reiner previously agreed to have that money withheld, something that Reiner disputes.
Well, she was a mother taken away from her family in an instant by what police say was a wrong-way driver. We first told you about this deadly crash on the 405 last month.
Tonight, the victim's family is speaking exclusively with Eyewitness News. Our Jericho Tran has their story.
Every time I look at my family, I'm just scared to lose somebody else.
4 siblings clutch onto each other for support after losing their 5th and oldest sister.
Just miss her a lot.
My daughter was me, but she was a better form of me.
For this mother, there is a void that tears, heartbreak, and memories cannot fill.
The person that she is and who she was going to become, and that was taken from me. It's taken for all of us.
Maisha Darlene Pearson's life ended on the 405 when a wrong-way driver that police say was under the influence collided with her vehicle just after 12:30 on July 21st.
Maisha was like the glue to everybody, so we lost a lot.
Maisha spent her final days helping her best friend prepare for a family member's funeral. From there, she drove her brother Deshaun Henderson home from his first day at his new job.
She was sitting, waiting for me next to the security booth to pick me up from work.
The 38-year-old mother of two, a 13-year-old and a 5-year-old, never made it home.
Everything, the legalities and the challenges in between, like how to be a parent to somebody that you weren't. I was supposed to be an auntie.
While her brother, Deshaun, who was sitting in the passenger seat at the time of the collision, continues to suffer from a fractured hip, ruptured spleen, and burns throughout his body.
I won't be able to go back to work until next month.
Now, the family not only wants justice for Maisha, but they also want justice for the families robbed of their loved ones due to drunk and impaired driving.
I want laws to be changed. I want something to reflect, to represent her in the future.
An absolutely devastating time for the family. We did reach out to California Highway Patrol for more information on the driver in this wrong-way crash. We have still not heard back yet. The family has set up a GoFundMe for funeral costs as well as hospital costs as well. The funeral for Maisha was held yesterday. We will have the link for that GoFundMe on our website. Jericho Tran, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Jericho, thank you. Back to that breaking news at the top of the show. The sudden death of actress Hayden Panettiere. Her passing was confirmed tonight by a representative who first broke the news to ABC News.
Eyewitness News reporter Abigail Velez is here in the studio now with more on her shocking death. Abigail?
Yeah, Hayden Panettiere was just 10 years old when she stole our hearts in Remember the Titans.
Got 11 offers and certainly no time for you.
Then she grew up right alongside her audience as a typical teen in Ice Princess.
I want to go to the homecoming dance.
And on the cheer mat in Bring It On All or Nothing.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Keeping her pom-poms in Heroes.
This is the single coolest thing to happen to this town in like 100 years.
Not if nobody finds out it's not.
But perhaps no role hit closer to home than Juliet Barnes. The troubled, ambitious country star on Nashville earned Panettiere 2 Golden Globe nominations.
Be nice.
Oh, I'm always nice.
But years later, she revealed some of Juliet's darkest storylines felt painfully familiar.
I'd been struggling for a long time.
In a 2022 interview with Good Morning America, Panettiere opening up about her own battles with alcoholism and postpartum depression.
When you see a happy-go-lucky girl for years suddenly on the floor in a puddle of mess and alcohol, you got to know something's wrong.
Then in 2023, her younger brother Jansen died suddenly at just 28, a loss that became part of her own story, one Panettiere finally told this year in her memoir, This Is Me, A Reckoning. Sunday night, her representative confirming Panettiere died at just 36. No details yet on how she died, her father remembering her as an incredible light and a force of nature. She leaves behind her daughter, 11-year-old Kaya, and a generation of fans who watched her grow up while they did too. God, just so devastating. Panettiere's representative says she died in South Carolina and the investigation into her death is ongoing. Her family is asking for privacy as they grieve. Panettiere was also a philanthropist, launching Hoplon International to raise money and aid for Ukrainians after Russia's invasion. Her daughter, Kaya, also lives in the Ukraine with her father, former heavyweight champion Vladimir Klitschko. Reporting live in the studio, Abigail Velez, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Abigail, thank you. New at 11, firefighters were able to contain a fire outside a warehouse in Riverside County before it spread inside the building. This is video from Air 7 of the firefight. The fire broke out in Eastvale just before 6 o'clock this evening. CAL FIRE says several semis burned and the flames were contained to a stack of pallets before they could reach the empty warehouse. One firefighter did suffer minor injury.
Firefighters in San Bernardino County have knocked down a fire at the Bridge Church in Bloomington. This story was breaking on our air at 6:30 tonight. Fire officials don't yet know if the church was occupied or vacant at the time of the fire. We're told no one was injured and the cause of that fire is now under investigation.
As Tropical Storm Lala makes its way away from the Hawaiian Islands, tonight new videos coming in of some of the dangers the storm posed. We have video from Hawaii's Army National Guard. 2 paramedics had to be rescued when their truck became stranded in rising waters. Those first responders were brought to safety. And this video showing Highway 11 on the Big Island, a major roadway washed out. Last night we spoke with our own Colleen Sullivan, who is on Maui on vacation right now. She's among the nearly 200,000 without power. And tonight she says her hotel still doesn't have electricity.
Our hotel has been without power for over 24 hours now, which has created quite a nightmare, and you just don't realize it. To have your hotel room really dark the whole time is slightly unsettling. The only light that's illuminating is your cell phone light. And then you don't want to run out of your cell phone battery. So that's the part that's kind of frustrating. Obviously not having hot water. None of the restaurants are open, so they're providing a sort of communal buffet.
Our thanks to Colleen for filing these reports for us
while
she's on vacation. Hawaii Electric says in Maui County, where Colleen is, about 16,000 customers remain without power.
Well, severe weather is also sweeping through other parts of the country this weekend.
The wild video out of Colorado tonight where a massive thunderstorm dumped piles of hail.
And this weekend was on the mild side. We had temperatures below average, but just wait as we head into next week. We are tracking above average temperatures just days away. I'll have details coming up in just a bit.
Disney names its latest legends at a big ceremony at D23, the ultimate Disney fan event. I'm George Panettiere in Anaheim with the legends and what they're saying.
D23, the ultimate Disney fan event, ended on a star-studded highlight celebrating the 2026 class of new Disney legends.
Our entertainment guru George Panettiere reports from the festivities in Anaheim.
This night is about the people who created the magic and the fans who keep it alive. Welcome to Disney Legends.
You could say the crowd went wild 11 times as Disney named its new legends, beginning with Lin-Manuel Miranda, who borrowed a line from The Little Mermaid.
God, what a time. Grateful that I'm part of your world. My kids are really excited for the imagined perks they think a Disney legend will have. They think they're going to be able to go on Space Mountain 5 times in a row, and maybe they will.
Former child stars and now Disney legends, the Jonas Brothers, had fun on stage. Backstage, Joe Jonas summed it up.
This is one of our favorite days, I think, in our career.
I am here today because I am one of the most insanely lucky people in the world.
Anne Hathaway, who gained fame in Disney's The Princess Diaries, is letting her legendary status sink in.
I don't even know how to process this.
Alan Tudyk, a familiar voice in animation, is now a legend. So is super producer Jerry Bruckheimer.
I wasn't a great student. My mother said I'd never amount to anything. And here I am talking to you, so I'm sure she's thrilled up there watching this.
Some of the honorees you may not know by name, but you will know their work. That includes animator Eric Goldberg, who took the stage with some old friends, and Imagineer Kim Irvine, who spent 55 years with the company, overseeing many projects at Disneyland. Also honored, Susan Egan, Broadway's original Belle, who also starred in the animated Hercules.
Disney has had a bigger impact on my life than I could ever possibly have on this company.
ESPN's Chris Berman has given 47 years to the company.
I'm not going to go to bed tonight and think, oh, you're really a legend. I'll wake up tomorrow like everybody else. Put the coffee on. Let's get going.
Dwayne Johnson's contributions to Disney has made him a legend too.
George, aside from the films that I do with Disney, I think this represents just much more than that. And what it represents to me is just making people feel good. And it sounds so simple.
The final honoree, Disney's former leader, Bob Iger, saluted by a slate of superstars in their fields.
Over the years, I've had the great privilege of bestowing this award, this honor, on so many unbelievably talented people and people that meant so much to the Walt Disney Company. And I love that. I must say, though, receiving one is even more fun.
In Anaheim, George Panettiere, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
What a class there. Take a look at this new video out of Englewood, Colorado. A snowplow had to be brought in to help clear away mounds of hail that had accumulated in this roadway following a severe thunderstorm on Saturday. Certainly not something you see every day. It looks more like up in Big Bear in the middle of winter.
Wow.
Ice
Not in the middle of summer.
Those really do look like cinder blocks of snow or something like that. It does happen, though.
That is wild. That's some wild weather there.
Yeah.
Back here at home, we're not dealing with any wild weather. It's actually pretty mild. So this weekend, not bad. We've been dealing with below average temperatures, but as we head into next week, we're talking about above average temperatures. So we have a gradual warm up. So it's happening slowly. It's not going to happen just all at once, but just know by the middle of the week, we're going to be tracking those 90s and eventually even the triple digits again in some areas. Long Beach tonight, we're already down to about 69 degrees and we still have a few more degrees of cooling to go to hit our overnight low. Downtown LA, beautiful shot coming to us from us there. 70 degrees in downtown, but across the region, we're looking at those temperatures really starting to calm down. We are tracking low to mid 70s now, mid to upper 60s as well. 75 in Van Nuys. Same thing in Santa Clarita, Ontario, 76 in Riverside, and 77 in Anaheim. Now, as we head into Tuesday, the National Weather Service has put out this heat advisory. So you can see is for this chunk that you see in this orange shade. This goes in effect on Tuesday and it lasts until Thursday. So we're talking about the areas that you see here. A lot of our valleys and mountains and desert spots seeing those temperatures anywhere between 95 to 105 degrees. So that is just days away, but we don't have to worry about that for the remainder of tonight and tomorrow. It's going to be beautiful tomorrow. We have plenty of sunshine and temperatures right around where they should be, but it's Tuesday that our pattern starts to shift. And the reason for that is an area of high pressure to our east is moving back west into Southern California and it's starting to expand and it's going to bring us those warmer temperatures. And at the same time, that onshore flow, that help that we've had and with the marine layer as well, that's beginning to weaken. So the combination of those two will be bringing us some pretty warm temperatures. Again, above average temperatures starting Wednesday and lasting through Friday. This is for LA and OC. You can see temperatures will climb up to the low 90s, 91 by Wednesday, and we'll stick with the 90s for LA and OC through the rest of the week. But then on the weekend, we start to see that high pressure begin to break down and that ridge will move further to the east and we'll have some cooling as we head into the weekend, but we just have to get through this week with those temperatures spiking by midweek. We're looking at temperatures in the low 60s tonight, so a few more degrees of cooling to go. We're looking at 65 in Encino, 66 in Pasadena tonight, same thing in Irvine, and 67 in Riverside. Heading into tomorrow, we already have some triple digits back on the map. Places like Riverside, San Bernardino, 102 there, 100 in Lake Elsinore tomorrow. We're tracking 97 in Ontario, 95 in Encino, 101 in Lancaster, and 88 in Thousand Oaks. So a little bit on the warmer side, but that warm up is coming on Tuesday. And you can see it here for LA and OC. One more day of seeing temperatures in the mid to upper 80s. So that's right around where we should be. But then on Tuesday, we jump up to the 90s and then we stick with the 90s Tuesday through Friday before we track that cool down heading into the weekend. Valleys and IE, a few more days of seeing those temperatures in the mid to upper 90s. Then we climb to the triple digits. But the good news is just one day of seeing those triple digits, and that's just Thursday. Thursday will be the peak of this next round of heat. Then we start to see those temperatures rebound and go back to where we should be for this time of year. But this is just typical summer weather. If you're hot, head to the beaches. Beautiful, either 77 or 78 degrees every single day for our coast. And if you're heading up to Big Bear, we're looking at low 80s, gradually warming up to 86, the peak on Thursday. Then by next weekend, down to the low 80s again. High deserts, triple digits every single day. And then on Sunday, we start to dip back down into the mid to upper 90s. Palm Springs, a gradual warm up there, but we're going to be seeing temperatures all week in Palm Springs, either 109 or 110. And then next week, we end around 109 as well. Liz and Jory.
All right, Nico, thank you. We got most of the hot weather out of the way earlier.
After the break, another rare hammerhead shark sighting.
We'll tell you where this one happened in just a moment. Take a look at this new video tonight of another rare hammerhead shark sighting off our coast, this time near Gaviota Beach in Santa Barbara County. Juan Morales of Sky Angel Drone sent us this incredible video. You may remember another hammerhead was spotted off the Malibu Pier late last week. Experts say warmer water temperatures may be bringing hammerheads north out of their usual habitat.
One of those animals that seems it's right out of a child's imagination. Just
so scary.
We'll be right back. Angel City FC taking on the Washington Spirit tonight, but more than a few fans trading their jerseys for dresses and tiaras tonight.
It was
one night only.
It was the soccer club's first ever Disney Princess theme night. There was an enchanting castle backdrop for photos, but the real star of the night was Princess Tiana herself. Actress Anika Noni Rose, who voiced Tiana in The Princess and the Frog, performed. She also talked about how she hopes Tiana will inspire little girls everywhere.
I hope that they take from Princess Tiana to keep going. To keep going, there's no limit. The only limit is the limit that you put on yourself. And if you find that there's a wall and the wall seems pretty hard, you find a way to build something to go over it or go around it.
The evening also featured a costume contest that invited children and adults to dress as your favorite Disney princess.
I love it. Rob Fukuzaki joins us now with a preview of Sunday Night Sports.
Yeah, the Dodgers could use some magic right now. Little Pixie does. The back-to-back champs have had some trouble in the dog days of August, and a big test this week at the Dodgers facing the Brew Crew, who sport the league's best record. And MLB is remembering former pitcher Tommy John. His name, of course, making a mark on and off the field, coming up next on Sunday Night Sports.
89-mile-an-hour changeup. He just finds a way to put it in play, and that is typical Milwaukee Brewer baseball.
The Dodgers chasing the best record in baseball, but the Brew Crew proving that the Suds always rise to the top. The Angels with a chance to take a series against Kansas City, but they get royal flushed at the Big A. Football, the Rams and their rookie quarterback already looking good. Preseason off on a high note, and the Chargers ramp up their preseason matchup against the 49ers. The two also meeting for joint practices this week. USC, UCLA football both grinding at camp. Their schedules are coming up quick. Angel City FC looking for their first win since mid-July. They battle the Spirit at BMO. The best beach volleyball players taking to the sand at the Manhattan Beach Open. The men and women striving for the championship. MLB remembering Tommy John, the former pitcher who became the namesake of pioneering surgery. All that and more coming up on Sunday Night Sports.
Live from ABC 7, this is Sunday Night Sports.
Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome into Sunday Night Sports. I'm Rob Fukuzaki. Hope you're having a great weekend. The Dodgers are trying to find their stride in the second half of the season, but things have been looking blue for the boys in blue. The Brewers coming into Chavez Ravine with the best record in the National League, and they kept it that way. The Brew Crew now holding a 3-game lead ahead of the Dodgers after winning 3 of 4. Tarek Skubal made his third start for L.A., still in search of that first win as a Dodger. Skubal didn't get some help from his defense. Bases loaded in the second, 2 outs. Mookie Betts opting to get the force at second. Tommy Edman can't handle the toss, allowing the first run of the game to score. Fourth inning, Max Muncy adds to his home run record at Dodger Stadium. His 132nd at Chavez Ravine ties the game at 1. Fifth inning, Brewers regained the lead on Skubal. Runner on second, Jake Bauers with a 2-out RBI single to right. Skubal allowing 2 runs, 7 hits, 6 innings with 7 strikeouts. Seventh inning, Alex Vesia gave up an RBI double, an RBI single as Milwaukee puts up a pair of runs in the frame. And Milwaukee wins the game and also the season series. Brewers now 3 games up on the Dodgers in the National League.
Saw some things really well out of hand that typically kind of get missed. So sometimes you got to give a little credit to the hitters too. I mean, seemed like they had a good approach, but yeah, I mean, my job doesn't change. You know, I got to continue to make pitches and continue to get ahead and throw strikes, and I felt like I did that.
Let's head to the Big A. 24-year-old Ryan Johnson with a decent outing. Gave up just 5 hits in 5 1/3 innings, but 2 of those hits were solo home runs. One to Michael Massey and the other one to Bobby Wood Jr. More than enough for Noah Cameron. Cameron perfect through 5 innings. Gave up a walk in the 6th, a single in the 7th, and it was pretty much a Halos offense today. Cameron with a complete game shutout. The Angels lose 2 of 3 to Kansas City. Now to the NFL. The preseason is underway, and the Rams are looking good, to no one's surprise, beating the Chiefs 20-12. Sean McVay spoke about Aaron Donald's possible return after the game and said, quote, "I hope it's sooner than later." And for the second time this summer, AD listed on the NFL's transaction wire as a tryout for the Rams. Rookie Ty Simpson entered yesterday's game late in the first after Stetson Bennett got the start. He went 21 of 25 for 190 yards and 2 touchdowns. Both touchdown passes finding fellow rookie Dean Connors. The last time Simpson played prior to this game, it was in Southern California at the Rose Bowl, a loss to eventual champion Indiana. But the 13th overall pick looked like a winner out there, and head coach Sean McVay already liking what he sees from his guys.
Cool to see so many guys step up, take advantage of their opportunities. I thought the coaches did a really good job putting guys in good spots. I thought Nate called a really good game. I thought both Giff and Joe did an excellent job calling a good game as well, getting the operation. Thought we were fairly clean, minimized a lot of the penalties, and guys, the style of play was there. And then I thought Ty had great command all day. He was able to get through good progressions, got a lot of different guys involved. I thought he and Nate were really in sync. Were able to move the launch point. I thought the line did a really good job, especially in some of those later drives that ended up leading to touchdowns, where he had good protection, where he was able to get through some progressions.
Meantime, the Chargers in El Segundo getting ready for their preseason matchup against San Francisco on Thursday. They're going to have joint practices with the 49ers this week. They're coming off an impressive preseason debut versus the Texans. And although it's just the preseason, it's always entertaining when the Bolts play the Rams, and that's how both teams will finish off the preseason. Head coach Jim Harbaugh is letting us know the key word as they prep is fun but focused.
I had my most fun playing any sport by pretending I was a pro player. The most fun you can have is when you're a pro player. Now you're pretending to be yourself, and these guys are able to find that out, there's a lot of kids pretending they're Justin Herbert, and who could possibly have it better than to be Justin Herbert pretending to be Justin Herbert, or Derwin James pretending to be Derwin James. But man, there was a lot of guys finding that out for the first time, playing in this game, and I really felt like they were having fun out there.
I know it's just the preseason, but seeing the first weekend of preseason action, football is back. Of course, this preseason action is just a tease to the real action. The regular season starts September 9th, and there are several teams with realistic Super Bowl hopes. Everybody hopes to make it to the Super Bowl, but there's just a handful that will probably have a realistic shot. Which ones have the best shot to hoist the Vince Lombardi Trophy? Kurt Sandoval breaks it all down for us.
Ever since the Rams signed Myles Garrett, they have been the favorite to win the Super Bowl. And look at these odds, folks. Plus 550. Now, I don't gamble. I'm not encouraging you to gamble. But what this means, if you don't, means if you put $100 down and they won the Super Bowl, you'd win $550. Baltimore Ravens, boy, they like the new coaching staff there. 10-1, that means you'd win $1,000. Now, the reason this doesn't matter is who remembers who was the favorite last year? Yes, it was Philadelphia, who's at 16-1. Charger fans, 17-1. You know what that really means? Absolutely nothing. But it does mean it could be a fun season. No one thought Seattle 11-1 would win the Super Bowl, so it's just going to be a fun season. That's what we're trying to say. Buckle up, football's almost here.
Thank you, Professor Curtis J. 2 weeks from yesterday, USC will cut the ribbon to a brand new season with huge expectations amid the preps. USC landed its first commitment in the class of 2028, Texas product and three-star quarterback Trey Wright. He wrote on social media, USC Nation, let's get to it. Meantime, running backs Wayman Jordan and King Miller are also looking really good. They remind head coach Lincoln Riley of a 1-2 punch he had in Oklahoma. And Riley loves what his guys are doing at fall camp so far.
I'm encouraged what I've seen offensively, and then also know like it's been a battle against our front seven defensively is not easy to run the football against. And so it's been a good challenge each and every day, and I think both sides have benefited from the talent and depth in the running back room, the tight end room, the O-line, and then certainly in the D-line and the linebacker room. Like it's just kind of been a battle out there every single day.
Meantime, the Bruins are back home after wrapping up camp at the Great Park Sports Complex in Irvine. The team continuing preps under new head coach Bob Chesney. They also got an elite mind in former NFL quarterback on the staff in Derek Carr as a special advisor. With 42 new players coming in, including many who were on Chesney's NCAA playoff team, Cal Berkeley awaits in 3 weeks. And quarterback Nico Iamaleava is ready for what's ahead.
I guess this year you could say I'm a vet now, so it was kind of time for me to take that next step. And I definitely feel way more comfortable speaking out to the guys, and I think we've all earned each other's respect. When I seen what we had when we get on the field in the spring, I think it just opened my eyes on how much potential we have and how good we can be.
All right, we're going to take our first time out. Your big winners on the PGA and LPGA Tour. We're showing you the winning moments. Plus, Angel City FC roars back to avoid a loss at the hands of the Spirit. And Manhattan Beach Open wraps up. The men and women champions are crowned. Coming up next.
You're watching Sunday Night Sports.
And welcome back to Sunday Night Sports, everybody. Angel City FC had not won a game since mid-July. Entering tonight, their last two matches ended in a draw, and they look to turn things around against the Spirit at home. The action picked up in the second half, 65th minute. The daughter of five-time NBA champion Dennis Rodman takes it herself. The cannon in the back of the net. Trinity Rodman makes it 1-0. 20 minutes later, Angel City with the answer. Ali Centaur launches from way back for the game-tying goal. What a shot. That one ends in a 1-1 draw. The next game for Angel City against Gotham FC. Final round of the FedEx St. Jude Championship. Basically the first round of the PGA Tour playoffs. Scotty Scheffler dominating the field at TPC Southwind. Scheffler with just one win on the tour this season. 5 second-place finishes, 5 birdies today, a bogey on his way to a 4-under 66. He cruises to an 8-stroke win and pockets $3.6 million. The top 50 now in the FedEx standings advance to next weekend's tournament, the BMW Championship. Scheffler has now won 21 times in his career on the PGA Tour.
Today was a day in which, it's always challenging, I think, playing with one of my best friends, both trying to win. He's had his fair share of close calls this year as well. So, going into today, I just wanted to try and do my best, try and execute.
Now to the LPGA Portland Classic, a big day for Thai golfer Gino Titicun. Titicun began the day 2 back at Columbia Edgewater Country Club, but she rallied. In the final round, her putter sealed it for her down the stretch, finishing 22 under for a 1-stroke win. Titicun gets her 10th career win on the LPGA Tour, and she pockets $300,000. It's her 3rd win this season. 4 other Thai players also finished in the top 8. Now to the Manhattan Beach Open. 2-time defending champions Taryn Brasher and Kristen Cruz made AVP history today, capturing their 3rd consecutive Manhattan Beach Open title. Brasher and Cruz were dominant throughout the tournament, sweeping all 6 of their opponents and winning all 12 sets. As for the men, Taylor Crabb and Andy Benish claimed their title after rallying their way through the final. A big congratulations to them all. All right, we're going to take another timeout. The baseball world is remembering former pitcher Tommy John. And the name not only memorable on the mound, but also in the operating room. How John made his mark on and off the field is coming up on Sunday Night Sports.
You're watching Sunday Night Sports.
And welcome back to Sunday Night Sports, where we are remembering Tommy John. He enjoyed a remarkable 26-year Major League Baseball career. Can you imagine playing for 26 years and that surgery that was performed on him made him legendary? Tommy John, the first person to undergo ulnar collateral ligament reconstructive surgery on his left elbow, with the legendary Dr. Frank Joe performing that revolutionary procedure. The former Dodger and Angel passing away at his home in Florida last night at the age of 83. John won 288 games in his career and the namesake for the pioneering elbow surgery, prolonging his career for 14 more years. John, suffering what had been at the time a career-ending surgery or injury at the age of 31, underwent the surgery on his left elbow in 1974. The procedure, named after him, is now commonplace with all players, not just pitchers. John pitched in 405 games and winning 164 after surgery. His 288 wins are the second most wins of any pitcher not elected into the Baseball Hall of Fame. A cause of death was not given, but he had been in hospice and been diagnosed with bladder cancer and other ailments in recent years. The Dodgers releasing a statement from President and CEO Stan Kasten. Tommy was an exceptional pitcher throughout his career in Major League Baseball, and his courageous role in becoming the first to have surgery on what would go on to bear his name can't be overstated. His impact, both on and off the field, has been felt by ball players of all ages and will be for generations to come. We're going to take our final timeout. Candace Parker got the ultimate honor in basketball after an illustrious WNBA career. The Sparks legend now inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame. The special ceremony coming up next on Sunday Night Sports.
You're watching Sunday Night Sports.
And finally tonight, some of the biggest stars in basketball got their names into the Naismith Hall of Fame over the weekend. And former Spark Candace Parker received her moment forever enshrined into the game's illustrious lore. Parker played with LA from 2008 to 2020 and has a mountain of accolades. 3-time champion, 2-time MVP, 7-time All-Star, Rookie of the Year, the list goes on and on. Parker got her number retired with the Sparks and forever a legend in the City of Angels. Now she joins the best to do it, paving the way for WNBA players today and leaving a lasting legacy.
Growing up, I looked at all of you all, and now like the heaviness is you guys are looking at me. I'm just super grateful. We were meant to be a love story that began 27 years ago. Thank you.
Congratulations to Kansas, and she turned out to be a pretty good broadcaster as well. That's our show for tonight. Thank you for joining us on Sunday Night Sports. For show producer Henry Curry, director Mike Gilbert, I'm Rob Fukuzaki, wishing you a great week, everybody. Take care.